Liverpool target Arne Slot's last 10 signings and what it tells us about his transfer policy. As Liverpool prepare to move on from Jurgen Klopp, the summer transfer window will be a key one, and it could be Arne Slot making the big decisions. Feyenoord manager Slot has emerged as the leading candidate to take the reins when Klopp ends his 9-year tenure in the summer. The Dutchman, who turned down Spurs before the London club appointed Ange Postecoglou, is set to follow up last season's title win with a second-place finish behind PSV Eindhoven this term. The returning Michael Edwards is likely to have a major say in any transfer business over the summer, but Klopp had involvement during Edwards' previous spell. Slot has overseen significant player turnover across the last 12 months, just as Klopp did with his midfield rebuild at Anfield, and he knows how to bring starters into a squad. Feyenoord signed more than 10 players, either permanently or on loan, since the summer of 2023. Here, Mirror Football has taken a look at the last 10 to get a feel for what Liverpool fans might expect if the 45-year-old comes in. Anis Hadjmoussa, Slot's most recent signing, is a player who hasn't actually joined Feyenoord yet. Algerian forward Hadjmoussa will arrive in the summer, just a few months after making his Eredivisie debut on loan at Vitesse. The 22-year-old has 2 goals and 2 assists in all competitions in the Netherlands, having begun the season in the Belgian second tier. His arrival suggests a willingness to back a player of limited top-level experience as long as the promise is there. Mickey van Sas, another youngster, Van Sas joined from Manchester City's academy in September. The 20-year-old goalkeeper has yet to make his senior Feyenoord debut, but has been on the bench in the Champions League and Europa League this term. The Dutch under-19 international revealed upon his unveiling that he had been scouted by the Rotterdam club as a teen. Previous rejections appear to be no barrier to deals further down the line. The first name on the list to have represented Feyenoord at the time of writing, Ivanusek, joined from Dinamo Zagreb in his homeland of Croatia. The winger played 3 times for his country at Euro 2020, showing Slot is prepared to add more experienced figures when the price is right, arriving for just £6.7 million, according to Transfermarkt. Ivanusek has struggled with injury this season but has still managed 20 league outings. He scored a hat-trick for Dinamo in Champions League qualifying, but has only netted once in the Eredivisie. André Linger, 25, joined on a season-long loan from Slavia Prague in August. Another full international, the attacking midfielder arrived with a record of contributing goals from a withdrawn role, with successive double-figure seasons in the Czech Republic. He has been used out wide as well as in the number 10 role, but Slot has so far been sparing with him. All 21 of Linger's outings have come from the bench, with the manager prepared to let the new man work for his first start. Bart Newkop, Dutch defender Newkop, arrived from Union SG, where he spent last season linking up with Brighton winger Simon Adingra. The 28-year-old started out at Feyenoord, failing to hold down a first-team place, but Slot has been prepared to give him a second chance. While the first half of his season was interrupted by injury, Newkop has featured more since the turn of the year. He made 4 appearances in the run to KNVB Cup glory, starting the victory over NEC in the final. Kostas Lamprou is another player who demonstrates Slot's willingness to offer second chances. The Greek goalkeeper returned to De Kuip 9 years after departing, having done the rounds in the top 2 tiers of Dutch football. Liverpool boss Klopp hasn't been afraid to add experienced backup keepers on a free, with Adrian and Alex Manninger among those brought to Anfield during his tenure. With the former out of contract this summer, might there be room for another similar deal? I.A. Ueda, the most expensive signing on the list, Ueda still only cost a relatively reasonable £6.9 million. The Japan international was part of his country's 2022 World Cup squad but not one of the star names, rather. He was a star in waiting when he moved to Rotterdam. As with a few others, the striker has mostly been used as a sub despite hitting 22 in Belgium the season prior, scoring twice in less than 500 Eredivisie minutes. He enjoyed a breakout Asian Cup, though, ending the tournament as his country's top scorer with 4 goals in as many starts. Calvin Stengs, Dutch international. Stengs was hot property when he left Slot's AZ for Nice in 2021. It didn't quite work out for him in League One, but Slot wasn't going to turn down the chance to reunite with the 25-year-old. Stengs has hit double figures for assists this term, with only PSV duo Luc de Jong and Joey Veerman besting his tally. He also has 5 league goals, plus 1 in the Champions League victory over Celtic, suggesting the reunion has gone pretty well so far. Thomas Bielen, young defender Bielen set Feyenoord back just £2.3 million, coming through the same PEC's Wola production line that produced current Liverpool defender Sepp van den Berg. A tall centre-back, just like Klopp likes them, the 22-year-old has featured in more than half of Feyenoord's games this term. Liverpool will need to make decisions at centre-back, namely on whether to hand Joel Matip a new deal and how they deal with Virgil van Dijk entering the final year of his own contract. Klopp hasn't been afraid to trust in youth, and Slot isn't too different.